Hello everybody, I'm Thunder and welcome back to Minecraft. You may be wondering, hey, don't you have a world here? Yes, and I gave up on it. Welcome to a new Minecraft series. After 8 episodes, I gave up on that Minecraft world. The reason I gave up on that specific Minecraft world isn't because of anything specific that I did, it's just the way I play Minecraft is whenever I go far away from my house, I like to just die and come back with all my tools intact. And the reason I say this, I play with keep inventory. I like playing with keep inventory. You can call me a bitch, you can call me whatever. I'll admit, that's a pretty bitch thing to do. But I will play this game however I want, and nobody will be able to judge me. This seed is also dog water. But I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. And I want to give some updates on whatever's been happening with the Dying Light the Beast video. I see why I stopped using the texture pack. Get the fuck out. Well, that's convenient. Ouch. Can you make shit out of you? No, you can't, right? No. But why would you be able to make things out of that? I think you're bad. I will, although I will make a, hoe, because we're all a hoe. What was I gonna say? Yeah, give updates on, like, certain things and on the Dying Light the Beast video. And on things like that. And on that note, as I was speaking about it, let's talk about the Dying Light the Beast video. It was meant... It's going to be out sometime spring, most likely. Why? Because I just don't want to rush it and keep coming home from school and playing the game, because then I'll ruin my education. And that is an outcome I do not desire. I do not desire to ruin my education. But what I do want is to take my time with this one. Just like I took my time with Doom the Dark Ages, I'm going to take my time with Dying Light the Beast. It's a big game, there's a lot to do, and doing the most important things in the game and getting a lot of items that I need. And I just need to go adventuring out into the world and just find everything that I need is something I want to do, not record that, because I think the things I want to record for Dying Light are some of the exploring I do and the main story quest that I do in the game. You know, like that's what I want to be in the video, and I feel like that should be the only thing in the video. But other than that, that is another Dying Light the Beast. I am also nearing the halfway point of the actual main story, because I am around, well, I'm over halfway done with my levels. I'm level 8 in the game, so I'm pretty much almost done with the game, with the levels and the game itself. I'm currently in the mission for the school. The next update I want to give is on the rewrite for my series. If you remember, a while back I actually did two-part videos on the lore of my OC, and that lore actually ended up being expanded later on. This year I actually expanded on the lore earlier in 2025, when that video came out as well, which was around September or October. Since then, a lot has changed. Specifically, I actually redid the lore, and the lore has now been redone. And funny enough, it's better now. I think I made it a lot better and a lot easier to understand. because the OC lore got confusing because I forgot certain things and then all of a sudden I remembered them later on in the video, and it was all over the place. And that's the one thing I actually want to avoid with this new one, is being all over the place when I'm talking about it. And yes, I will make a video on the new lore. The new lore being actually much shorter than I originally thought. I was gonna cut down a lot of it, since I ended up going up to 70 plus parts in the original lore after I made the video on the lore. And now I lowered it to 25, and I structured it via chapters, as in like a book. Wait, the land is the great out there, which means it's probably that. Um, I also think that making it shorter and more concise and more linear than it originally was is also better. Because sometimes a linear story could lead to much better results than a just like an expansive world, like where you have to build like a lot of characters. And I did this rewrite specifically because I wanted to avoid something like what Stranger Things did, where all of a sudden there was an influx of characters, and all of a sudden there was just like hundreds of characters you need to keep track of within a singular story, or who's important, what names to remember from certain parts, and that's not what I wanted. Uh, I want the story to be concise, not troublesome to understand. Okay, so it is that way. Okay, I'll come back. And I want it to be much easier to understand, like I said. But that comes at a great cost. Right? When you're cutting things out of a story, you have to understand what parts am I gonna cut and which ones I'm gonna keep. You know, which parts of the story am I going to remove? Which one am I gonna keep? Am I gonna keep this one? Am I gonna keep that, this, that thing? Oh, am I gonna keep this? Oh my god, I don't know, and stuff like that. Like, you never know. Oh my god, I nearly fucking died. So basically, you never know what could happen within a single story. Actually, I think I'm just gonna make a pickaxe and a hoe, or picking a sword. So you never know what happens in a story. And I've realized that multiple stories will have multiple characters, and that's fine if you have multiple characters. But don't make them, like, don't make all the characters certainly have a bigger role in the plot, because that's never going to be a good thing. So I lowered it to a few central characters. The main cast being featuring Thunder, which is the OC and the main character. A new character, Nyx, that was actually introduced post the post lore videos that I dropped. She is the new love interest for Thunder, and the main lady that you sort of get to know and extremely love. You're supposed to like she's the good one. She's the good one. So evil to say. Lily Thornwell, who was originally Thunder's love interest and wife, and Michael, which has now been made into Lily's father instead of just a one-off villain in the beginning who was shit. He's now a central character and the overarching antagonist of the story. The Michael's wife, or Lily's mother, has no real significance to the story, so she is relegated to the sidelines mostly. She has a much bigger part in the final few chapters of the story, but other than that, she's mostly irrelevant. Like, you can forget she exists up until the point she decides to come back into the story. I don't mind if you forget she exists, she's not important. But she should be remembered to keep in mind, oh yeah, this is to keep in mind how she, at least how she looks like. You don't need to remember her character, and if she has any character arcs, she's not gonna have any character arcs. But she is relatively a background character, and not even that big of a deal. The other characters that are of importance is obviously Alex, my best friend's character, and obviously, they share a name, duh. But yeah, basically that's one of the characters that's important. So you can sort of piece together bits and parts of the original lore from this one. Because once again, this is built off of that lore. Like, this entire story and plot is built off of the original lore, mixed with aspects of the new one that I made post the lore videos I made back in September or October. But to get a better understanding of it, I'm going to make a new lore video. I'm going to make more lore videos. I'm going to make new ones, and I'm going to make each lore video is going to be about each chapter. So, relatively short videos, but there will be enough information given for you to be like, okay, this makes sense. Yeah, that's a good. Okay, I understand. Um, so that's the lore and OC updates. And I'm no longer going to be, like I said, no longer going to be using the character of Thunder in my videos. I just kind of like realized it's a lot of work, and I kind of want to have fun with this YouTube thing, not have it be a fucking chore. So I relatively just relegated my shit to myself. Um, is there anything else I need an update? Oh, right. Doom the Dark Ages will start coming out soon. Preferably after, preferably after, most likely after some things. It's going to be used as background footage for my lore videos, for OC lore videos. It's going to be used as background footage. So that's that. The other thing is we're getting close to Resident Evil 9. So that's cool. Right? I mean, yeah, that is pretty fucking cool. As a more recent fan of RE game of Resident Evil, I am kind of excited to see and do my own research on the Ashcroft character, Alyssa Ashcroft, who is apparently in the fucking game itself. So that's pretty neat. So I get to do my research after I beat the game, and since Leon has been revealed to be in the game, which means there's probably going to be a similar thing that happened in RE2 remake, where you got to play through Claire's story and Leon's story, and like you have different scenarios, which I think that's what they're going for with bringing Kennedy back with this one and having two playable protagonists, which is, I believe, what they said. And that's going to be coming out episodically, and then I'll have a review out for the game after I finish it. Like, after I fully finish the game, I'm gonna have a review out for it, and yeah, that's about it. That's about all I'm gonna do with that. Get another one. I'm making boots. Sure, fuck it. Yeah, I'll make boots. So that's about it for the news and updates about everything. The other thing I want to talk about is what I wanted to do for or why I didn't make a video on New Year's Eve or anything like that. And I'm gonna be honest, or not even post anything, just saying Happy New Year's, just because New Year's is. I know this is gonna sound so stupid, but New Year's is all the same every year. Every single year, you're like, get hyped for New Year. You make a resolution, and all of a sudden, 2 days later, you're just like, what was my resolution? Forget about it. Oh, if I forgot about it, then it must not have been that big of a deal. And your resolution would be, I started working out. I need. I'm gonna start working out more. You know, that type of shit. Type shit. Um, but other than that, um, it's pretty boring. I love celebrating New Year's with family, and I do think that at some point I'm just gonna celebrate it, presumably one day with friends, specifically Alex. Um, the other thing I want to talk about, yeah, there's more I want to talk about in this video. This video is gonna be a bit lengthy. But outside of these basic things, I also wanted to speak on the fact that there has been a lot of shipping and stuff going on within the RE community. Now, since I'm fresh to the RE community, I don't know most of the ships. And not to mention, being new to the RE community is kind of terrifying. Because you kind of don't know what you're getting yourself into when interacting with the community. Like, you could meet some of the kindest people within the community, and then all of a sudden, you could meet the devil himself reincarnate just because you mentioned you don't ship Leon and Ada, or Leon and, or Claire, and that you ship, like, nobody, and that you just, like, don't do that. It's the weirdest thing with this fan base. I think it has to do a lot with newer fans that do this, but the older fans too, because a lot of people will just gatekeep their favorite franchise. Like, they'll gatekeep a series just because newer fans won't understand certain aspects of it, and so they'll just gatekeep it. Why would you gatekeep a franchise, right? And newer fans, I say this as a newer fan of RE games, starting only in 2023, maybe 4, with RE2 remake, and then RE3 remake, and then RE4 remake. And I say this with the utmost respect. In the newest game, just because Leon happens to have wings on both his a wing on both his new watch and gun, doesn't mean this certain ship is canonical. That's not what Capcom is saying. Capcom is most likely just showing off that Leon just has a boatload of money to spend and just decided to spend it on a cool new watch. It's not that deep, bro. It is literally not that deep. I just need pants. It is quite literally not that deep. And the reason I say this is because these shippers, because they'll ship every character in existence with each other, even if the characters have no sort of romantic chemistry. Leon may flirt with characters, as seen in RE4, which I am still playing, actually. I started a new playthrough of the game recently. And so a lot of newer fans, including myself, thought, hey, that's a cool watch, and nothing more of it, while others took it a bit further and just decided to say that Capcom confirmed their favorite ship, type shit. Okay, Creeper. No, you blew up nothing. Actually, you blew up. Fuck, fuck all. Um, but yeah, I just want to talk about that. As a newer fan, I feel weird when people ship Ada and Leon or Claire and Leon, considering if we're going by the canon, which again, the canon, the OG timeline before the remakes, which I'm saying this now, the canonical timeline I am 100% saying is the OG timeline. And why I'm saying this is because in a recent showcase, RE showcase, Capcom themselves stated that this go around, this is post RE6 Leon. So it's not like this Leon is going to be the same Leon that you saw in RE4. No, this is post RE6, meaning that whatever happens in this game is canonical to the OG RE timeline. And I am going to do diligence. Why is there a boatload of skeletons? Fuck me, I fell down. Okay. Um, so, yeah, that's why I sort of just wanna say these things. For the shippers out there who ship Leon and Claire, or Ada and Leon, just know, you're the bane of my existence, and I don't like it because whenever I hear Ada talk, all I see is this mercenary, a gun for hire, who does whatever she's told and gets the paycheck and just dips out, which is what she did in pretty much RE4. She came in, did a job for Wesker, made Wesker lose his mind and shit, and then dip. And then that's what led to events of RE5. And I'm excited because they are probably going to remake RE5 and 6. And as much as I like that idea, and yes, I like the idea of them remaking a game such as RE fucking 5. It's a cool idea in concept as well. Like, it's such a cool idea just for them to remake this game, because at this point the game is so old, it has a cult following and everything, that you can just admire the cult following of RE5. So that's more. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, sort of briefly, is the is fuck, no, I'm not gonna remember. So fucked up when I don't remember the shit. Yeah. Right. Anime, bitches. I've gotten back into anime. I've gotten back into watching anime. I've gotten back in the groove of watching the animes. Continuing watching JJK and co. Really excited for the Culling Games to conclude in a massive twist that I was wrong to where it's gonna end. So I'm really excited about that. There's also I'm also excited to check out, once it's on streaming, Avatar Fire and Ash. Because that's been on my mind lately. That's been on my mind sort of lately. And there we go, I just made full iron armor. Oh yeah, let's throw some, actually let's throw these pieces of bread out. Save these. Throw you, keep you. That was the smoker. Bangle, bangle. 2 pieces, sure. Steak, like this, like this, like this. So, and if you're wondering, yes, I did enjoy the 20-minute episode of explaining the rules and their plan for this entire arc, for this first part of season 3. Need I remind you, calling games has rules which are explained thoroughly within episode 3, and yes, I did enjoy it. It's explained way better than the manga. In the manga, it's explained poorly, I'd say. It's the weakest part of the arc is the explanation, because it takes so much reading comprehension skills that you kind of need to slow down and sort of do your research. Yeah, fuck you, you're gonna live with the knowledge that I killed your parents. And sort of just like enjoyed the episode because it was really well explained and well written as well. People's problem with that episode always shocks me now, because it's like, what do you mean you hated how much explaining they had to do for this specific season? I'm sorry, but that's just how this shit works. It just so happens to be this way. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this week's episode. Is there anything else? I think there's a lot more to talk about. I don't think there is. And if you're wondering what I've been searching for this entire time on Minecraft, why I haven't even settled down like it did in the other one, I'm looking for a tundra. I'm looking for like a snowy tundra, and that's about it. Not even cherry blossoms this time. It's a snowy tundra. But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not in that world, and again, if you're wondering why I'm not in that world, I'll balance this one with the other one. This is sort of relaxation, where I'll come to just talk and have fun. The other one's gonna be to do actual things in Minecraft, like to actually progress Minecraft far and far. So this is just gonna be the relaxed time. But for now, I could set up a camp here. There's nothing left to say, actually. I guess the last thing to say would be, I don't know what the last thing to say would be. What I'd say is the last part of the video. I guess... I guess enjoy your the rest of your January. I don't fucking know what to say. This one is expensive. This is gonna lead me somewhere. No, like, enjoy the rest of your January, I guess that's what I can say, but like... But in all seriousness, I hope you do, once that comes out, the Dying Light the Beast video and the Resident Evil video start coming out, and the new lore videos start dropping. I hope you actually do enjoy them because, well, the new lore videos are going to be a lot more talking, and explaining, and just overall getting tidbits on the lore and just explaining how the powers work and how, yeah, and everything. I need to do my own research as well, just to further the knowledge that I already have about this stuff. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty sure I could say that the new lore is going to be better than the old one. And I want to say I'll have more of my stories, lore, dropping soon. So yeah. Mm, hmm. But that is actually about what the fuck does it say what day it is? I wanna know what day it is. Sleepy time. Okay. Um, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted to talk about, darling. Um, yeah, the thing. Yeah, I guess. Oh, right. Um, the lore videos, expect them to drop um fairly soon. I'd say February sometime. I'm not gonna do my actual OC lore first. I wanna ease y'all into it by something much more horrific. I'm kidding. Um, it's not as horrific as I think it is. It might be to some people, so I'll have to put a trigger warning in front of the video. And once you'll hear it, it isn't. I also have the script written down for it already, so I just have to finish a few other things. But other than that, I'll be basically like reading you this story. It will feel like a short story, but then again, I don't care. I'll be doing the voice acting for all characters, no matter their gender, male, female, doesn't matter. I'll be doing their voice. Um, but yeah, I think I'll capture it well. I think I'll do well enough. If I'm not able to do a female voice, I'll just ask somebody else to do it. But yeah, I think now I think I'm actually all done. I think now uh I think that is all I wanted to talk about. Uh oh, I can't forget Cyberpunk. I I started two playthroughs now, and both of them I'm going to abandon. But just so you know, I am actually going to be doing Cyberpunk playthrough, not on the channel or anything like that, just for myself, and then talk about it in a video just to give my thoughts on it. And right now, yeah, this is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. And January, there won't be any videos until uh, the specific story video. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.